Why it's so difficult to build subways in Rome. Talk to a certain type of person, and you're guaranteed to hear all about ancient Roman infrastructure, roads, aqueducts, and the wonders they represented. But what about modern infrastructure? Today's Rome is home to nearly 3 million people, comparable to other European cities with extensive metro systems. Despite similar population densities to cities like Istanbul, Rome's metro map is surprisingly sparse. Why? The answer lies, in part, in the very infrastructure that makes ancient Rome so fascinating. Rome's history stretches back nearly 3,000 years, with legend dating the city's founding to 753 BCE. Over millennia, the city has experienced sacking, pillaging, and burning multiple times. Historically, Romans would not clear debris before rebuilding. Instead, they leveled the ruins and constructed new buildings atop the old ones. This practice has resulted in a layer cake of artifacts, spanning about 5 to 10 meters deep in some areas, with ancient roads and other remnants lying just below the surface. When modern engineers start digging subway tunnels, they almost inevitably hit historically significant artifacts, such as ancient aqueducts, the Diocletian baths, or countless other relics. This historical richness complicates any new construction, particularly subway lines. For instance, Rome began work on its metro in 1937, aiming to connect the main train station with an upcoming expo site. However, World War II halted both projects. Line B of the metro did not open until 1955. Subsequent lines faced similar delays, with Line A opening in 1980, years behind schedule. Early construction efforts were less careful about preserving artifacts. Workers on Line B, for example, often excavated and dumped soil without regard for historical significance, even clipping the foundation of the Colosseum. This haphazard approach created headaches for future archaeologists. By the time Line C was planned, stricter laws required that construction efforts preserve historical artifacts, deeming nearly all of central Rome historically significant. The construction of Line C, which began in the 2000s and is still ongoing, involves close collaboration between city planners, civil engineers, and archaeologists. Tunnels must be dug deep enough to avoid disturbing ancient layers. However, stations, ventilation shafts, and emergency exits must traverse these layers, necessitating careful archaeological pre-screening at each site. When significant finds are discovered, construction plans are adjusted accordingly. For example, excavations at Piazza Venezia unearthed what might be Rome's oldest university, prompting the station's relocation. At Largo di Torre Argentina, where Julius Caesar was assassinated, more ruins than expected were found, leading to the station's cancellation. Stations that proceed with construction start with archaeologists excavating the site by hand, a painstaking but necessary process to avoid damaging artifacts. Finds are meticulously documented and categorized into 3 fates: destruction, rare and typically reserved for less significant finds; off-site preservation, in museums, though space is limited; or preservation in place, incorporating the ruins into the station design. One innovative solution has been the creation of archaeostations, which function as both subway stations and museums, displaying artifacts uncovered during construction. The San Giovanni station, for example, showcases a range of historical finds in a layout that mirrors the city's stratified history, with older artifacts displayed on lower levels. Despite these efforts, the costs are significant. Early in Line C's construction, it cost over $375 million per mile, and these costs continue to rise as construction progresses and new finds are unearthed. Nevertheless, plans to extend Line C and even build a Line D are underway, though completion timelines remain uncertain.